Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. In today's video, I'm going to be explaining, or rather giving you my reasons why I really think Bitcoin is really going to continue being explosive, and you guys are going to be surprised. So obviously this is a live stream, so if you guys are enjoying the quality of this live stream, please drop me a comment. In case the sound is a little bit off, please let me know in the comment section as well. So yeah, welcome guys. Feel free to subscribe, feel free to hit the like button, and in case you've got any other questions, all you have to do is let me know, and I'm definitely going to give you an answer. So obviously today is the 5th of April 2019, and the price of Bitcoin is about 4,963. The funny thing about all this everything that has been happening recently is we've actually been preparing for this move ever since February. I mean, if you guys have been part of my YouTube channel, right, you obviously heard me talk about the potential of Bitcoin going as high as 6,000. Let me just show you this because I have a little bit of proof. On the 25th of February, right, I gave you my reasons why Bitcoin was going to reach 6,000 by May 2019, and a lot of you were actually saying that that was crazy, we were going to go down. You guys were thinking I'm crazy, and judging from the amount of views that we have at the moment, right, I only got about 2,000. I only got about 2,000 238 views, and let's check out the comments. A lot of people were very negative, and a lot of people were saying that it wouldn't reach as high as 6,000. So anyway, let me just check out what's happening with the live stream. Are we good? Are we good to go right now? Everything seems to be okay. So yeah, everybody was contradicting and saying the price of Bitcoin wasn't going to reach 6,000 by May, but right now we are just 1,000 away from 6,000 US dollars. And if Bitcoin pumped from about 3,900 all the way to about 5,400 in a matter of days, in a matter of 72 hours, do you guys honestly think that reaching 6,000 is really going to be very difficult for us to achieve by May 2016? Obviously, if you check out the technicals, if you check out what was happening with the Bitcoin price, we had like a lot of evidence. Like for example, if we check out the volume is a very good indicator when you are about to have a market change. If you're about to have like a different trend, you're always going to have some sort of warning, especially when it comes to the volume. And right now, if you check out the volume, right, this is obviously the daily chart. If we look at the 1 week chart, right, we've been consistently having higher volume, like high volume after high volume, and right now we are currently having the same amount of volume that we almost had when we were like within the 6,000 all the way to about 10,000 US dollars. Like all this price action, right, this is the amount of volume that we are currently having, and this is very substantial and very significant, guys. So you always have to look at the volume, and right now I'm obviously looking at the OBV, which is the on balance volume. Is a very good indicator, and I think it's very reliable because this amount of volume has actually been proven because it is affecting the price. So I really encourage you guys to check out the OBV. It's a very great indicator, and you guys are obviously going to be very updated with what's been happening. So if we take a look at the 1 week chart, right, the weekly chart, that is, we've been having consistent growth in terms of the price of BTC, like week after week. I mean, look at all this. I mean, ever since we had this price situation right over here, right, we've been having high after high, and right over here we had a very good reduction in terms of volatility. And you guys already know that whenever we have a situation where the volatility of BTC or any other cryptocurrency is reducing, that really means that there's going to be a very good explosive price. And based on the exponential moving averages, right, I mean, a lot of people were expecting the price of Bitcoin to face quite a lot of resistance, especially with the white EMA. The white EMA, by the way, is the 200 EMA. So a lot of people were expecting us to go to the downside, but that wasn't really going to happen because, I mean, we had like steady increases. It's more like, accumulating the pressure, and the more you get closer to the door, right, there's going to be like a whole lot of pressure, which is going to propel you to go to another level, So the probability of us going to the downside was very very minimal here. Plus we had very you know, good amount of volume. So those were the many reasons that really led me in February to, you know, talk about the price of Bitcoin reaching 6,000 by May 2019. So I hope you guys you know, learned how to use those you know, few indicators. And by the way, personally, I only use about 2 indicators. I only use the volume plus the EMAs. A lot of people really tend to overcomplicate everything. I mean, I was one of those people. I used to like use Elliott waves. I used to use like a whole lot of complicated indicators. But by the end of the day, you're just really going to make your work very unbearable, and you guys are going to be frustrated for no reason. All you need right now is just the EMAs plus the volume plus a little bit of you know, news here and there, but that doesn't really matter because, you know, fundamentals don't really affect the technicals, because just like they say, show me the chart and I will tell you the news. So right now a lot of people are expecting the price of Bitcoin to actually go down, but guys, that is very it's very predictable. The thing about cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin, right, you can't really predict it. If a lot of people are expecting the price of Bitcoin to go down, right, it's not really going to end up going down, because I mean, that's like way too easy. If everybody expects the price of Bitcoin to go down, best believe it's not really going to go down. So right now a lot of people are actually accumulating on the shorts. A lot of people are going you know, they are going short because they think since we experienced this drastic rise or this sudden increase in the price, then all of a sudden we're just going to go back crashing. But guys, this is very unlikely to happen like right now, like in a short-term period of time, because this is what we usually call the smart money. Like the people who were buying this amount of Bitcoin obviously know something. There's something which is cooking up. There's something which is happening behind the scenes. We don't just really know it yet. And the price of Bitcoin going back down, I really think it's way too easy. Everybody is expecting this to happen, and that is very highly unlikely to happen. And the other thing that I really wanted to talk to you guys about is obviously the Wall Street cheat code, because this usually shows us the mentality of a lot of you know, traders in general. And right now, this is what I really believe we are experiencing a sucker's rally. Okay, so if you check out the different stages of the market cycles, right, you've got the depression, you've got the anger, and then I really believe that we are in the disbelief type of stage. A lot of people are saying, oh, the price of Bitcoin is not really going to stay you know, that long at this particular price point, and it's not really going to you know, hold the price, and it's just going to end up going back down. So by the way, let me check out what's happening with the stream, because I don't want to be recording and then nobody is getting to watch me. So I've got about a few of you guys who are watching me right now. So yeah, is everything, volume is not all true. Max, do you say that on every live stream? Okay. I don't know, somebody's complaining that the volume is a little bit low. So I don't know, like if you guys can hear me perfectly, let me know, because I don't want to waste all this time recording and then the video is not really going to end up with very good amount of volume. So please let me know. Yeah, so the thing that I was talking about is obviously the disbelief stage of this cryptocurrency market, right? So a lot of people don't really believe that Bitcoin is actually going to stay up high. So obviously what we're about to experience is we are obviously going to have a little bit of a drag back. I mean, because obviously some people are going to be selling, because people like me were waiting for this to happen ever since February. So obviously there's going to be a little bit of profit taking. So if we are going to have a situation where Bitcoin is going to go down, right, obviously we are obviously going to end up having a little bit of support on the 200 EMA, which is going to be close to about $4,625 US. In case this EMA fails to provide the substantial amount of support, then we are most likely going to find support guaranteed at the 20 EMA, which is going to be right around the $4,300 US level. But this is very unlikely, because I really believe that Bitcoin is actually going to continue going up, and we are most likely going to end up just a moment. We are obviously going to end up going back to about 6,000 US dollars because we had quite a lot of resistance in this area, and we spent quite a lot of time just going back and forth around this area. So this is obviously the final destination, and recently the price of Bitcoin almost hit 6,000 US dollars because we almost reached about 5,400 US dollars. So what I'm really expecting is Bitcoin going up, doing something like that, and then finally going to test this heavy amount of resistance that we have right around the 6,000 US dollar level. This is going to be the ultimate take profit for me, because what I've been doing, ladies and gentlemen, is like whenever I make some profit, right? Like let's say I get to buy Bitcoin right around the 2,300 level, right? Whenever I make 100% profit, right? So what I usually do is I sell my initial investments and I only leave my profits to ride so that I don't really have like a lot of risk. Yeah, so that's what you're supposed to be doing. So right now, for example, I was trading a lot of cryptocurrencies like Litecoin, Cardano, Green Coin, and those cryptocurrencies really performed very well. And I was trading with leverage. So what usually happens is I really get to like get my money back, and I just let the profits ride. So whatever's going to happen to the price of Bitcoin or any other alternative cryptocurrencies that I'm trading, I'm not really going to be affected because the only money left in those investments are the profit that I made. So I don't really have like any risk. So I really encourage you guys, like right now, if you have a very good substantial amount of profits, please sell your profits, put it up in USD Tether or wherever you like safeguard your money, then just let the profits ride. So wherever Bitcoin is going to go, you are still going to end up making money. Does that really make sense? So yeah, right now I'm just full of profit right now. I'm just letting the profits ride, and I'm waiting for the ultimate move to happen. So the most important thing that I want to talk about in this video is when the price of Bitcoin tries to go back down, right? That is really going to be very, very obvious, and a lot of people are expecting that to happen. So that is highly unlikely to happen. If Bitcoin is going to go down, I think the lowest price that Bitcoin is going to go down is going to be about 4,600 US dollars. Then shoot back up and go back to the 6,000 level, because this is where a lot of sellers and buyers are going to be waiting in order for them to like cut their losses, because a lot of people were expecting the price of Bitcoin to like bounce back from this area, but they ended up losing their money. So all these people right over here, they are just waiting for the price of Bitcoin to come back and retest. Then they're going to be like, whew, I'm really safe. Let me get out of Bitcoin. I'm not really going to be investing in Bitcoin. I'm just going to be out of this cryptocurrency market because it's too damn volatile. So expect a lot of people to like take either profits or rather just get out of cryptocurrencies, and we're just going to eventually drop down, and we're going to find support right around this area because we previously had resistance. Okay, so that's basically how everything is going to play out whenever we face the rejection right around this area, the 6,000 area. We're going to come back down to the 4,400 US dollar level because we faced quite a lot of resistance, and then the bull run is going to happen. So basically this is what we call the disbelief market cycle. This is what we usually call the suckers rally. So I really hope that you guys understand how everything is going to work out and how you guys are going to be able to like make profit, because I mean, if everybody expects something to happen, it's not really going to happen. But you guys, you already know that we have been waiting for this suckers rally since February. Can you imagine? February, we've been waiting for this thing to happen, and finally we are having this thing happening, and we're definitely going to make quite a lot of money. So yeah, I think this is all I had to like talk about today. I'm obviously going to be back again with another brand new video, obviously on Monday. This time around, I'm going to be a little bit consistent. I'm going to be uploading like 3 times because I was having a little bit of problems, especially when it comes to editing a lot of stuff, because editing just takes a lot of time. So I just made sure that my setup was very, very well configured so that whenever I have something to tell you guys, I'm just going to, switch the camera on and just record without editing, and everything is going to be good to go, because I definitely hate editing, recording, and all that stuff. It's very, very boring. But now that that I have my setup ready, you guys are going to be receiving quite a lot of content. But as far as a lot of alternative cryptocurrencies we were trading, like in the past few weeks, I've been talking about Cardano, Litecoin, EOS. You guys already know what's been happening. By the way, let me just give you another bonus trading tip, because I really believe that you guys are into trading as well and you really love trading. So yeah, let me just show you something that recently happened with Litecoin. So let's just check out Litecoin on Binance. Yeah, let's do that. Litecoin BTC. And there's going to be a lot of trading opportunities, guys. All you have to do right now is please do not short the market. Shorting the market is going against the trend, and you guys are going to end up losing quite a lot of money. All right, just trade with the trend, and right now everything is going to the upside, so you guys have to be going long. Okay, I would rather long the market than going short. Yeah, so this is what I wanted to show you as far as Litecoin is concerned. So according to the weekly chart, right, we are having a situation where the 20 EMA is going above the 50 EMA. If you guys have been part of my YouTube channel, right, you guys already understand that once the 20 and the 50 EMA intersect, that is really is an early warning to what's going to happen, because eventually what's going to happen is we're going to have a golden cross. So one of you guys actually asked me how you guys can actually get in early before a golden cross happens. So this is one of those things that I usually look at. So whenever you have a situation where shorter term EMAs get to intersect, for example, the 20 EMA and the 50 EMA, right? Just best believe a golden cross is going to happen. So a lot of traders are going to be waiting for the golden cross to happen in order for them to get in. But since we already know what's going to happen, we already know that the golden cross is going to be inevitable. The 50 EMA is going to go above the 200 EMA, and that is going to be very, very bullish. So what we're going to do is we're going to get in early before a lot of people actually get in. Okay, so this is what's happening here. When it comes to Litecoin, the 20 EMA just went above the 50 EMA, which is very, very bullish. So if you guys were thinking that you missed a lot of gains on Litecoin, the bull run hasn't even started, guys. There's going to be a lot of opportunities for you to make a lot of money. So this is very bullish, especially when you look at the weekly time frame, because usually what happens, right? Obviously, the daily time frame is holds way much more weight than the 4-hourly time frame. The weekly time frame is way much more substantial as compared to the daily time frame. So if we look at the weekly chart right now, right, the 20 weekly EMA is above the 50 EMA, which is very, very bullish. So this is a very good trend filter. So this is one of the reasons why I'm really encouraging you guys to long the market instead of shorting the market, because obviously the momentum is to the upside. So whenever we are having dips, buy the dips. Okay, buy the dips. Do not do anything else. Do not be smart. Do not try to short the market because you think the market is going to end up going down, because the shorting positions are going to be very minimal. Like, you're going to have like very little time to close your shorts, because the long the upward momentum is going to be like far greater than the downward momentum. So it's obviously logical to go long during these upcoming trading opportunities, and you guys have to be looking for those ideal buying opportunities. So whenever you have a dip, whenever you have situations where the price goes to the 20 EMA or the 50 EMAs, whenever you find that there's a little bit of areas of value, all you have to do is buy the dip and just trade with the momentum, or rather with the trend. So yeah, do you guys have any other questions? Nano Joe asks whether I like Neo. Well, I still have a little bit of Neo, but with regards to what has been happening to a lot of cryptocurrencies from Asia, there's been like a lot of commotion. There's been a lot of bad things happening here and there. But as far as Neo, I think it's a very solid cryptocurrency. I think it's closer to Ethereum and all these big cryptocurrencies. But right now, they just need to get their shit together. They just need to like improve a few things. But as far as their marketing and development is concerned, the other day I was looking at the GitHub commits, I think they're not very active as compared to Ethereum. You guys, if you've got the opportunity, just go to GitHub, then search for Neo. Look at the number of commits that they have. Look at the number of activity that they have, because you know, you obviously need the developers to code and just keep on, you know, building their cryptocurrency blockchain. So if these guys are really slacking, if they are not really active, I think it's not really going to end up going anywhere. So just try to compare the amount of commits that they have. Just try to compare the amount of activity that they have, and I don't know, ultimately it's just going to be your own decision whether you're going to be investing in Neo. But all I have right now is the amount of profit that I you know, the profit that I made. I'm not really going to be investing more money in Neo because I don't know, like there's far better cryptocurrencies out there, and you know, it's all about finding the next big better thing. So yeah, but I still think it's a very good project as well. But right now I'm mostly concerned about Cardano, EOS, Litecoin. These are basically the three alternative cryptocurrencies that I am trading because they've been solid like so far, and they have been very, very established, and they have you know, development each time. They are constantly being worked on, and you know, they've obviously stood the test of time, thus far. So you guys have to be extremely careful. But as far as a lot of alternative cryptocurrencies, this time around I'm very, very careful because last year I really ended up buying quite a lot of shit coins. You know, I really ended up experimenting, but this time around I'm way much more smarter. I'm obviously much more experienced. So as far as you know, falling for the hype, I'm not really going to do that. I'm not really going to give any of my money to these cryptocurrency scams. You know, I would rather stick to the top 10 cryptocurrencies, even though I'm really going to be you know, earning a little bit of profit because they're not really going to be going up as much. But I would rather be safe because I really value my time and my money, and hopefully during the next bear market I'm going to be like extremely happy because this bear market has been like a roller coaster. Personally, I've never really experienced such a dramatic bear market. So the only thing that I was doing during this bear market was obviously trading, you know, sharpening my skills and all that stuff, so that during the next bull market I'm obviously going to be selling the top. I'm not really going to lose any money anymore. I'm tired of that crap. So yeah, I hope you guys were doing the same as well. I really hope that you really learned from all the lessons that we learned during this bear market. So hopefully during the next bear market you guys are going to be millionaires. You guys are going to be doing the right thing without falling for the false hype, and you guys are just going to be overall solid and just you know, bona fide investors as well. So yeah, those are basically the things that I really wanted to talk to you guys about. So somebody's asking me whether I am living in Russia. Yep, I'm actually staying in Russia. I'm actually a Russian citizen. You guys wouldn't believe it, you know, like yeah, I'm a Russian citizen, and I've been living in Moscow for the past 9 years. I actually went to a Russian university here. So yeah, I speak Russian. My life revolves around Moscow, you know, going back and forth. But I'm initially from Zambia. I was born in Zambia. Zambia is a very small country in Africa. It's in the central part of Southern Africa. We are surrounded by countries like Zimbabwe, Namibia, Congo. So we're basically like in the middle of Southern Africa. So that's basically where I was born. That's where my family is, and you know, I'm pretty much Zambian. Do you guys have got any other questions? Ethereum due for a breakout? What's your opinion? Yep. Ethereum seems to be very, very good right now, and yeah, let's just briefly look at Ethereum. Yeah, so which one are we going to use? Let's look at Ethereum US dollar. Let's look at Bitfinex chart. So is it due for a breakout? I haven't been trading Ethereum because I think there's far better trading opportunities when it comes to a lot of other alternative cryptocurrencies. You know, but as far as the volume is concerned, ooh, okay. It seems the volume is really getting to pick up when it comes to Ethereum. Can you see what was happening here? This is obviously the situation where Bitcoin was having quite a lot of trouble penetrating the 4,400 level, right? So obviously Ethereum was also doing the same as well, right? And right now it seems the volume of Ethereum is starting to pick up. Like this is more like Bitcoin in the previous weeks. Okay, so right now, as you guys can clearly see, right, the volume on Ethereum is starting to pick up. By the way, the orange line is the 13 EMA. So yeah, right now we are slightly above the 13 EMA, which is very, very bullish. So if eventually we're going to have a situation where the volume is going to go high to this area, and obviously that area, that is really going to be very, very bullish as well. So yeah, let's go back to the EMAs. Let's check out the daily EMA on Ethereum. Oh, guys, we recently had a situation where the 20 EMA crossed above the 50 EMA. So we are eventually going to have a situation where a golden cross is going to be very, very inevitable. As you guys can clearly see, right, the 50 EMA, which is the red line, is going to the 200 EMA, and we're going to have a golden cross. But you guys are already smart. You guys are already recognizing what's really happening, and obviously Ethereum is going to be very, very explosive. So yeah, I'm really glad that you guys can actually get to pick up these trades. But personally, I don't know whether I'm going to be trading Ethereum because I've got far better cryptocurrencies that I'm trading. But this is a very good trading setup as well. But yeah, this is very good. Congratulations. So yeah, if you guys really want to check out Ethereum, obviously it has got a very good it has got very good fundamentals as well. So I really think Ethereum is one of those top cryptocurrencies as well. What else do we have? Yeah, what about green coin? Is it good to buy now? So guys, I did talk about green coin a few days ago. Let me just show you. I did talk about green coin, and I actually predicted, or rather discovered, that there was going to be an explosive move when it comes to green coin. So on the 27th of March, I did let you guys know that something was going to happen to green coin. So let's look at green coin and as compared to Bitcoin and how it has been performing. So guys, the thing about green coin is there's going to be a lot of inflation, especially during the early years. So I don't really think it's going to be a very good midterm investment, because there's going to be a lot of miners who are going to be dumping their coins. Whenever green coin has got a breakthrough, best believe a lot of miners are going to be dumping their coins, because they are mining so much of green coin. They are mining quite a lot of green coin, and whenever the price of green coin goes up, then it's really going to dump, just like what happened. So guys, on the 27th of March, I actually picked this volume up, and I really saw this coming, and I hope you guys really got to make a little bit of money. That was like a 30% profit price point right over here. But just like I told you, a lot of miners are looking for selling opportunities. So whenever green coin goes up, it's eventually going to be coming back down, and it's going to be creating slightly higher lows, just like we happened right over here. Here we had some sort of double bottom, right? Then we went up, then we are finding a little bit of stable support right around this area. So obviously this low is higher than this low right over here. So obviously when these green coin miners get to sell off their coins, right, people are going to be accumulating and buying, and then we're going to have that situation, and then it's going to come back down as well. But I really don't think it's a very great idea for a lot of people to buy green coin right now for the long term, because if you check out the inflation of green coin, I think it's a very bad move, because the inflation rate is pretty high. So the best thing that you can ever do when it comes to investing in green coin, right, obviously give it a little bit of years when the inflation rate decreases, because I was checking out the whole setup, right. As the years go by, the inflation rate is going to be reduced as well. So it's better for you to buy when the miners really stop, getting to dump their coins, because the inflation rate is going to be very, very crazy. So buying right now doesn't really make a lot of logical sense, because what's really going to be happening is you're not really going to be able to make quite a lot of substantial amount of profit, or rather consistent profit. But in case you guys are going to be trading it, then you can go ahead and trade green coin. But just buying green coin for the long term is not really a logical, smart thing to do right now. But I don't really know, I might be mistaken. I don't know, it's all up to you guys, but I'm not really going to buy green coin for the long term. If I'm going to be doing anything with green coin, it's only going to be trading short term price fluctuations. So yeah, 13 viewers, haha. Yeah, I only have about 13 viewers right now. It's because I've been very inconsistent, and you know, a lot of people are sleeping on me. You guys are sleeping on me because, you know, we talked about this 6,000 price point in February, but I don't know, like, I don't really care. So long you guys are happy, so long you guys are finding the videos a little bit helpful, then I'm obviously going to be very, very happy. I don't really care about the amount of views, because I mean, it's all about making profit by the end of the day. I don't really want to be a cryptocurrency star. I just want to be a profitable trader. So long I make profitable trades, I am very, very happy. So yeah, that's all I had for you guys today. I'm obviously going to talk to you on Monday. Yeah, I'm going to be very consistent this time around. So yeah, talk to you guys a little bit later. Stay good, stay profitable, and take care.